Alav Shalom. The Gemara says, interesting conversation between Nadav and Avihu. It says Moshe and Aaron were walking, and Nadav and Avihu were walking behind them. And then all Am Yisrael. So Nadav said to Avihu, when will these two elders die? And me and you will lead the generation. Hashem heard this conversation. He said, let us see who will bury who. You Nadav and Avihu, you think you're going to bury Moshe and Aaron? It might be the other way around. Indeed, Nadav and Avihu passed away soon after, and Moshe and Aaron survived them by 40 years. 40 years, they lived longer than them. So what happens? So how could they say such a thing? Nadav and Avihu, they were great tzaddikim, sons of Aaron Kohen. They were talking like this. Well, what does that mean? Didn't they know Moshe was the greatest prophet? Didn't they know their father, Aaron Kohen, was the beloved to Hashem and to all Am Yisrael? So, even the simplest person, whose father owns the business, doesn't wait and say, when will my father die so I can take over his store? Wait, no one thinks like that. It's not normal. Obviously, you can't take this literally. So, it says Rabbi again, we could explain like this. Sometimes we don't understand why a great person says what he says or does what he does. Sometimes we think, I don't know why the Gadol Ador did that. I think I would have done differently. I would have said differently. Is that an innocent thought? It doesn't hurt anybody. Okay, so I'm still respecting the Gadol Ador. Okay, so he did things one way. I would have thought to do it differently. And what? Is that an innocent comment? No, it's not an innocent comment. It's equivalent to waiting for the leader to die and say, I wish he would die and I will do a better job than him. So sometimes a wife does what the husband says to do and she thinks to herself, I would have done differently. But I only do it because whatever, he's my husband. Or so Rabbi again says, there's a story of a man who came to him and he says, Rabbi, I don't want to tell you what to do, but it's worthwhile, you should know, and you should this, you should that. And what does that mean? What is he trying to tell me? He's trying to tell me, like, if it was up to him, he would have done differently than I did it, right? He's trying to say, Rabbi, I don't want to tell you what to do, but So this is what the Nadav and Avihu meant. This is what Nadav and Avihu said. Obviously, they were not waiting for Moshe and Aaron to die. It's his father and their uncle. Rather, they said, if we would be in charge, we would do things differently than them. If only we're waiting for the day where we could do things differently than them. That's what they were basically saying. And what? And that's punishable by death. Issuing a halachic ruling in front of your rabbi, that's punishable by death. It's a lesson on how important we have to take the words of our sages. Right? Yeshua was attached to Moshe with all his heart. And when Moshe went to heaven to receive the tablets, Yeshua waited for him on the mountain. And he waited for them 40 days, 40 nights. He was there all by himself. Yeshua was so eager to hear the word of Hashem from Moshe, he wanted to be the first person to hear it. He wanted to be right there at the mountain. And what? Because of this, he was considered a prime student and became the successor. One day, Eldad and Medad had prophecy in the camp. And they said, Moshe will die, Yeshua will bring the people to the land of Israel. When Yeshua heard this, he got upset. And what did he do? He didn't say, oh, very good, I'll be the leader. He went and he told Moshe, he got upset. But he didn't just stop at telling Moshe. He told them that, Moshe, I want to stand up for your honor, my master. Moshe, you should imprison them. Kalaim. You should go and put them in jail because of what they said. You see, Yeshua, he fought to uphold Moshe's honor. He didn't just say, okay, that's nice. I like that idea about me being the leader. No, he stood up for his rabbi's honor. So therefore, you see that although Yeshua was being zealot for Moshe's honor, but that was good, but at the end of the day, he did get punished for this, for he told Moshe what to do. What did he get punished for this? He told Moshe what to do. His punishment was that he had no sons. He only had daughters. He didn't have any sons because he told Moshe what to do. Put him in prison. You should have waited for the rabbi to tell you what to do. So therefore, you see again, it's very important to uphold the rabbi's honor, but at the same time, don't tell the rabbi what to do. A lot of times, very big Yetzirah, especially what time minyan should be, especially when it comes to the AC, when it comes to matters of the halachic decisions about for the shul, for how things are done in the shul. People think they can come and just tell the rabbi what to do. Hey, rabbi, listen, I don't like how you're doing this. You have to do this. Excuse me, who are you? Do you know half of what the rabbi knows? Who are you to go and tell him what to do? A person has to have kavod harav. And look what happens if you play with fire, you play with kavod harav, then you get burned. So a person has to be very careful. You could be Nadav and Avihu, it doesn't matter. The person has to know that Hashem has other plans. So therefore, how much more so we shouldn't argue, we shouldn't disagree with their opinions and think that I would have done better I don't agree with this rabbi said. I don't like his opinion. Has Hashem not to listen to what he said, right? The Gemara says disagreeing with your rabbi or your Torah teacher is like disagreeing with the Shekhinah, Masechet Sanhedrin, right? Our Gedolim, their mind got molded the most by the Torah. So when they say something, they're saying it as if the Torah is saying it. And you're arguing what the Torah says, you're arguing with what God says. Now obviously the rabbis are not God, but they're telling you what God would say. They're telling you like what the doctor, he studies all the textbooks and he goes and he tells you what to do, and you're gonna argue with him. Oh, you're telling me that I have to go on a diet and I'm gonna get diabetes if I don't? Who are you? No, I don't care what you say. I'm gonna drink more, I'm gonna eat more, and I'm gonna be fine. Watch, you're gonna be wrong. That's what he tells the doctor. You gotta tell this guy, the guy's a little nutty. What are you talking about? He's trying to do it for your health. He's trying to take care of you. You tell the pilot, what is this? You took so long in the flight. You could have, should have. I would have done differently. I would have flown a different path, different way. Why you made us so much turbulence? He goes and tells the pilot what to do. What, you think you know more better than him? So he goes to the lawyer. Why did you say this in court? I would have said myself. I would have represented. Imagine you tell the rabbi. He studied a lot of Torah. He studied all the books. And you didn't study nothing, and you say, come on, the Torah doesn't say such halakha. Where'd you get this from? Would you make this up? Why would you say such halakha? Why are you so strict? Come on. Did you study what he knows? How do you know you would have done better? Does it make sense to do it to a doctor? No. So why are you doing it to the rabbi? So the person has to be careful. He has to understand that there's the Torah. He's speaking with the Torah inside of him. The Torah and the Shekhinah is inside of him. And agreeing with the Gedolim, agreeing with that Torah, Chas Shalom, it'll be a negative result. But if you do the opposite, to where you're going to go and listen to that Torah, and you close your eyes, you have simple faith in the Tzaddikim, so therefore you'll see that they're saving you. It's like the blind man. He walks in the street, he doesn't know where the potholes are, he could fall and hurt himself. But with the guiding light of the sages, they'll show you where all the pitfalls are, and they see in advance much more than us. What is the Torah? The Torah is the written Torah, and then there's Torah Sheba'al Peh, the oral Torah, teaching us the secrets of all these words of the Torah. The sages, they know how it is to see beneath the surface. They do this for a living. And now you come to ask them for advice. You'll see they see all the layers through and throughout. So therefore, a person has to listen to them, and you will go far. But if you don't, Chas Shalom, the opposite.